Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tori and today I wanted to share how I am using my Hobonichi Cousin. This is the first time I've ever purchased one of these. I just recently got it. Probably about mid-December. I bought it as a little present for myself because these things are kind of expensive. But I wanted to share how exactly I am using it. I am using it this year as my kind of daily journal. I have it in an Archer and Olive like A5 clear cover because I felt a little bit like I was going to ruin it, just not having anything over it. And let me go grab the pens that I'm using in this as well. Okay, so I have been using a Sarasa Mark-On pen in the 04. I've also been using my Tombow Furunosuke brush pen. This is the soft tip calligraphy brush pen. And then I have been preferring, which is odd because I do love, this is my favorite Tombow marker, the N89. I have been using the N89, but for colors, I've been preferring to use the Ohuhu Pupae water brush markers. This one is my current favorite because I'm using it in my bullet journal, the 114 pink blush. And I will show you kind of how I'm setting everything up. So I haven't decided if I will be doing anything with these kind of year at a glance type pages at the beginning. These are all currently blank. So let's go right over to the months. So if you have any ideas for a way that I can use these pages, let me know in the comments below. I think these are the only ones so far that I haven't officially got a plan for. For my monthlies, I am just choosing one thing from the day that brought me any sort of little joy. So going to bed early, having a family game night. On the 4th, I made myself a lavender hot chocolate before bed, and it was so good. So I put that as my kind of joyful moment. Sunday, we watched the first new episode of Solo Leveling. A book I was reading, a game I was playing. I got new stamp samples in yesterday, so that was my joyful moment for yesterday. I am also just using this first row right here to just make a little bit bigger the week number for the year. It is already listed right here, but I don't really have anything else to put in that spot, so I am just making it a little bit bigger and more noticeable for the week of the year. I did pre-do that for a couple of pages until I started messing things up. So I did for February, and then I messed things up in March and just wrote a big oops down here at the bottom. I think I did one more week after that before I was like, I should probably stop this before I mess more things up. Yeah, so I've got through April, the week numbers done. And then everything else is blank. And then for my weeklies, this is the first full week that I have done, which is why I am doing this video now, because I've got at least a week's worth of entries in this daily journal. And so I've got kind of a nice little overview that I can share. So for my weeklies, I am using these to just write little moments and points throughout the day. That way, if I, for whatever reason, do not have the ability to come in and do my journaling the same day, I can just reference back to these small points to kind of remind myself of some things that happened that day. So I've got like on the 1st, January 1st, I woke up with a migraine, so I wrote that down. I tried to make some stencils. This was for my bullet journal setup for January when I made those stencils. I filmed 2 YouTube videos, and then I watched the Allie Edwards One Little Word videos and looked at the prompts for those. If I have a song that's stuck in my head, I've been writing that out in my brush pen. Anything that's just regular, I've been writing in my regular pen, but things that I want to pop out, I'm writing out in the brush pen. So I watched Wicked, so that's in that bolder font, kind of the song name title. And then if I just have specific words that I want to call out, then I am just using that brush pen for those as well. I'm really liking the way that this looks when I do it, so I think I'm going to proceed. I am very much a creature of habit until I'm bored of said habit. And then I will just completely change the way that I'm doing things. So as of right now, you can see that I'm really doing everything the same for these weeklies, but there is a very large likelihood that I'll probably change that in the future. Again, I have the exact same thing for the start of this week. Right now, it is Thursday, January 9th. So the only thing I have written in here so far is that this morning just felt really, really hectic. I also have had a headache for most of the day, so I'll probably write that in here. And that I'm filming a video, that'll probably go in here as well as just a point for the day. I've got another song here for yesterday. I got my new stamp samples yesterday. It was a super long and busy day at work. And I also woke up yesterday morning at 2 a.m. with very low blood sugar. So that was the first thing that I put on yesterday. I was playing the new Legend of Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom, and I drew the little like Triforce symbol very like sketchily down at the bottom. I haven't been putting any stickers or anything on these pages. I've been saving most of those for my daily pages. So all of these are weeklies until we get about right here. This is the turning the page on a new year. I have not decided what I'm going to do here. I think I might just do like a 2025 page, or maybe I'll just doodle all over. I haven't decided yet. Who knows? We'll see that when I guess we get there, or when I ultimately decide. There is a kind of opening page for each month. For the January page, I did Happy Happy New Year, here's to a cozy and calm year, and used a couple of PET stickers. Wow, it took me a really long time to remember that word. Holy cow. So I used a couple of PET stickers. This is just like a cozy area with lots of books, and then a ladder covered with flowers, and then I doodled some stars all over. This is my opening January page. And then for each of my dailies, and I'm very proud of myself. I've actually got all the way up until today done, the 9th. I'll probably do this end of day today, right before I go to bed. I am just doing some large titles. I'll either do bubble letters or I'll use my brush pen for my titles. I did for my first day, I used a regular sticker down here, but I don't think that I like the way, and I think it might just be whatever brand the sticker was. It was a freebie that I got in an Etsy order. I don't like it. It's like peeling up at the sides, but like I'm scared to try and take it off because I feel like it'll rip this paper. But I've got some PET stickers and doodles, large titles for what I'm writing about in each area. So for this day, I talked about my new journal setups and migrations, one little word, and then I also talked about waking up with a migraine. The following day, I was very tired for whatever reason. Because I woke up with that migraine, my sleep schedule got messed up. So I woke up later, stayed in bed longer, and then for the following day, I had like a migraine hangover is what I call them. So I wrote about how I was tired. I treated myself because I was tired to a spicy chicken sausage bowl with a vanilla iced coffee at a fast food joint. I finished my first book of 2025. Came across this singer, Legrand, and I'm obsessed. Immediately I was obsessed, so I wrote about that, finding that, and then I was having like just a lot of pains in my hand right here, so I wrote about the hand pains that I was having. For Friday, I just put some song lyrics to cover this space right here. This is like a time slot space for each day, and since I don't really track my days like that, I just filled that spot with lyrics. And you can see I'm kind of like splitting it into two sections each page, and that's something that I've been carrying on. Work felt like it lasted a billion years. That was my title, and then I wrote a little bit about work. I spoke to some of the girls that I work with, and we might be potentially starting a book club. So we picked a book to all read together and see how that works. started my monthly cycle, so wrote about that a little bit with some cookies because all I wanted was sweet treats. The following day was Saturday, and Wicked was finally available for me to purchase to watch outside of going to the movie theaters, so I talked about that. Our neighbor invited us over for fires and s'mores. So yeah, most of these, I am just using my soft tip brush pen for all of my like little mini section titles. I will be writing like currently reading, currently watching, currently playing on some of the days and listing out some type of currently. For Sunday the 5th, I actually used some of the space down here to write out something that I wanted to make, which is a skull rainbow Kindle sleeve. I found some fabric in the garage because I was going through my fabric up here, and have a plan or a want to make that I listed down here so I wouldn't forget. This space up here is blank because I have a stamp that I want to use right here, but I haven't got the samples in yet. It's actually like a collaboration stamp that I'm doing with Heba, my little journal here on YouTube. I'm really excited for it. So once I get that in, I'm going to test that specific stamp right up here. Late night crafting, very fun. I am primarily, I don't know if I really went too deep into this yet. I've been really wanting to and enjoying using my clear stickers. So this is printed on, I printed this at home. This is from Tanya. I can't remember the name, but she sells digital stickers on Etsy. So I will link her down below, but this was her coffee sticker set. So I printed this out and cut it out myself using my Cricut on clear sticker paper, clear matte sticker paper from Online Labels. Super love it, and I really like this particular sticker paper in this journal with the way that the paper is. On this page, I brought in some washi tape for the first time. I didn't have as much to say, so I decided to use washi tape to fill up some space. I think this nothing was just that I didn't want to do anything. I'm talking here in this particular story or journal entry about how I've had no desire to work on my December daily album. I stopped at story number 14 and I haven't wanted to pick it back up since. I'm hoping that that will kind of go away soon because I really want to get it finished this month, but we shall see. And then yesterday I got my new stamp samples in. These are 2 of the stamps that were in those sets. This is one stamp set, and then this star rating is another stamp set. I also, my friend at work brought me in coffee and hash browns because she was stopping on her way in. This is another song that I was listening to by LeGrand and Rudy Wade. And then currently reading down here in this little other area. So I used this pink marker to color all of this in, highlighting certain words. I woke up with low sugar. This was the day I woke up with low sugar. Coloring in some of the doodles. I really love doing these little like music note doodles, even though they're probably not like fully accurate. But yeah, that's pretty much what I am doing here. So doing a little joy from each day in my monthlies. In my weeklies, I'm just doing some key points, and then I'm going back and referencing each day in my weekly to do my daily journaling, and either elaborating, or sometimes I put things here in my weekly that I don't even mention in my daily journaling just because I am ranting about something else. But that's pretty much how I'm using this so far. I've been 8 for 8 days of journaling in the new year. I'm honestly so proud of myself. I was a little bit worried to use a dated kind of planner to do daily journaling in because I know that at some point during the year I'm going to fall off and not do that. But I think what I've decided to do is that on the days that I fall off of doing daily journaling, if I don't have anything to go back in and write, I will probably look up online just some general journaling prompts and maybe just like cover the date with like some washi or sticker paper and like do a big like title for some sort of just regular journaling prompt and then use that day to do that. I think is what I will do for any of those days that I fall off and don't complete journaling and don't have the desire or ability to kind of backtrack and remember, because I have a terrible memory. So that's why I generally stay away from the dated ones, but I really, really love the paper. I have absolutely no experience with what the paper was before. I know that I've heard from other YouTubers or videos that I've watched that the paper has changed in the Hobonichi, but I have no experience with the old paper, so I am not disappointed with the new paper. I'm kind of glad that I waited until this year to even try it, because I don't have to deal with that disappointment of the paper changing. I love this type of paper because I like the way that it changes as you write on it. Like it just feels different, and I love the way that it feels. I'm very much like a texture and feels person, and I love the way that the paper feels before I write on it and after I write on it, because it changes, and I like both of them. So I've really been enjoying this, and I just kind of wanted to share with you all here, my friends on YouTube, how I have been using my Hobonichi Cousin. I would love to know down in the comments below if you use one, and what you use it for. Do you use it for regular planning? Do you use it for journaling? This is how I am using mine so far this year, but who knows? Maybe it will change mid-year and I will have another video discussing what changes I've made. I don't really do a ton when it comes to actually filling in my journal entries, so I'm not sure if you would want to see a video of me just kind of filling it in. It's mostly just going to be me penning and inking and coloring in bubble letters that I draw. But if that's something you want to see, let me know, and I can definitely make it a point to film me doing some of my journaling entries. That's really all I have for you today. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. And like I said, if you are using one of these Hobonichis and what you're using it for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!